Backgammon is, honestly, one of the oldest strategy games in human history, dating back over 5,000 years. While its rules are simple enough for beginners to grasp, the depth of strategy, probability, and decision-making it demands is extraordinary. On the surface, the game consists of 2 players, 15 checkers each, and a pair of dice that determines movement. The goal is simple: move all your pieces off the board before your opponent does. Yet within that simplicity lies a practical laboratory for cultivating critical skills that extend far beyond the board: adaptability, long-term strategic thinking, feedback-based learning, emotional resilience, and probabilistic decision-making. Every move you make, every dice roll you respond to, mirrors challenges you face in life. The lessons learned from this game are actionable, practical, and measurable, offering a rare chance to train decision-making under uncertainty in real time. Every dice roll in Backgammon introduces new possibilities. A plan that seemed ideal moments ago may instantly become ineffective, requiring immediate re-evaluation. This constant flux forces players to become highly adaptable. It is not enough to know the rules or memorize strategies. True skill lies in the ability to unlearn and relearn continuously. Adaptability in Backgammon involves 3 primary steps. Observation. Carefully assess the current board state. Recognize which of your pieces are exposed, which points are occupied, and which sequences of moves are possible. Analysis. Determine which of your prior strategies are no longer viable. Identify threats from your opponent, potential bottlenecks, and opportunities for advancement. Execution means you need to adjust your plan swiftly and decisively. You should implement new strategies that, optimize both offensive and defensive positioning. Practically, this means letting go of prior assumptions the instant a dice roll changes the board. Clinging to outdated strategies really reduces effectiveness, increases vulnerability, and, just slows your reaction time. For instance, consider a scenario where you are planning a backgame to trap your opponent's checkers. A double 6 may suddenly give your opponent an unexpected advantage, making your plan obsolete. The player who adapts, shifts strategy, and recalculates probabilities immediately gains a tactical edge. Backgammon is a game of both luck and skill. A single fortunate roll can, honestly, transform a losing position into a winning one. Conversely, a string of unlucky rolls may temporarily undermine a superior strategy. Over a small number of games, luck really dominates. However, the long-term outcome is determined by consistent, rational decision-making. This is the principle of expected value, the statistically weighted advantage of each move. Professionals, they understand that short-term results are noisy, but skill really compounds over time. The 5% of luck influences outcomes temporarily, but the 95% determined by skill, strategy, and probability analysis, that defines true mastery. To apply this lesson, it's important to prioritize moves that maximize expected advantage across all likely dice outcomes, not just immediate gains. You should avoid emotionally reactive plays based on recent luck or misfortune. Instead, evaluate each decision in the context of its potential long-term impact, rather than instant reward. For example, leaving a checker exposed to a potential hit may feel risky, but if the probabilistic analysis shows it increases your chance of winning over multiple rolls, then the calculated risk is justified. Backgammon really trains players to weigh risks quantitatively rather than react impulsively, and that's a skill directly applicable to investing, project planning, and risk management in everyday life. So, Backgammon offers immediate and concrete feedback for every move. Each decision produces measurable consequences, maybe a hit, a block, or, well, a missed opportunity. But mistakes here aren't failures, they're really just data points to refine your strategy. This is the essence of iterative learning. You review outcomes, identify weaknesses, and then adjust your subsequent actions. Practically speaking, iterative learning follows this cycle. First, perform. Execute a move with intention and awareness. Next, observe. Record the outcome, noting both successes and errors. Then, analyze. Figure out which actions contributed to your success and which ones increased your vulnerability. Finally, adjust. Integrate those lessons into the next decision cycle. Advanced players may use notation systems to track thousands of past games, identifying recurring patterns in both their own play and their opponent's tendencies. And, over time, this creates an internal model of the game that allows for rapid and precise assessment of new board states. Emotional discipline is, well, absolutely critical in backgammon. The random element of dice rolls makes sure that fortune is never guaranteed, no matter how skilled you are. Players really have to maintain their composure during unexpected setbacks, and, at the same time, resist any overconfidence during those lucky streaks. Emotional control, involves three key components. First, equanimity. You have to remain calm and focused, regardless of short-term outcomes. Second, detachment. It's important to separate your decisions from the results. The quality of your move is under your control. The dice, on the other hand, are not. Third, reflection. You should learn from both wins and losses, without letting your ego get in the way. Practically speaking, this allows a player to maintain consistent performance, even under stress. A player who reacts emotionally to every roll is, frankly, more likely to make errors. Whereas a player who maintains focus can really capitalize on opportunities, even when facing apparent setbacks. Every move in backgammon, honestly, involves some degree of uncertainty. Each dice roll generates multiple possible outcomes, which, in turn, creates a landscape of probabilistic decision-making. Mastery in the game requires evaluating the likelihood of success for each potential move, and of course, balancing risk with potential reward. So practical applications of probabilistic thinking in backgammon, well, they include things like risk assessment. Figuring out when leaving a checker exposed might actually be statistically advantageous. There's also scenario planning, where you sort of visualize multiple sequences of moves and try to anticipate the potential consequences. And of course, a balanced strategy, which means combining offensive and defensive maneuvers to really optimize your outcomes over time. What's fascinating is that this skill set, it transfers directly to real-life decisions. Whether you're investing in markets, planning complex projects, or, managing resources, the ability to act under uncertainty and optimize based on probability is just honestly invaluable. Backgammon is more than just a game. It's actually a training system for life. Through repeated practice, players develop adaptability and, really, the ability to unlearn and relearn strategies. There's also long-term strategic thinking and the skill of evaluating expected value. Iterative learning comes into play too, through immediate feedback and reflection. And let's not forget emotional resilience under conditions of uncertainty, as well as probabilistic decision-making and risk assessment. These lessons, practiced in thousands of plays, honestly compound into tangible skills that extend far beyond the board. Players develop sharper analytical abilities, better judgment under pressure, and a deep appreciation for decision-making under uncertainty. In this way, backgammon becomes a practical laboratory for cultivating skills that are absolutely essential in work, personal life, and really any environment where uncertainty and complexity are present.